This conference will now be recorded.
In the previous session, we started developing a detail page button. Okay. In the classic version, we started developing a detail page button that is in opportunity object. That is in opportunity object. What is our detail page button is? What is our detail page button is? One second. Yeah. Detail page button is information context display. Okay, click on this one. This information context display internally calling this visual force space, internally calling this visual force space. Okay, I'm trying to opening this visual force space from the developer console. Go to the developer console. Okay. Go to the developer console. We have file and click on that file. We have open is there, open resource is there. Open in the sense means go to here, open which one we want to open. Pages, right? Visual force page. We have to paste your visual force page. It will come to here. Select this one and click on this open. This is my visual force page. This visual force page internally calling this apex class. Internally calling this apex class. Now we are trying to opening this apex class. How to open this apex class? Anyway, open or open resource. Click on this open. Go to the open. This time we are trying to open in classes, right? Click on the class. Whatever your class is there, right? And copy paste here. Display accounts contact controller. Select this one and click on this open. So this is our class. This is our class. Now where we added this detail page button, go to opportunity record, any one of opportunity record, go to here. We added in this particular page layout. We added this particular page layout. Now what is the functionality of this detail page button is when user click on this particular button, okay, when user click on this particular button, we have to fetch the account ID here. We have to fetch the account ID. When user click on this particular button, we have to fetch the account name we have to fetch. For this account, how many contacts are there? Those contacts we have to display to the user. Those contacts we have to display to the user. That is our requirement. Salesforce is saying, boss, you want to fetch any field or here. You want to fetch any field from here. You want to fetch any field from this particular record. First, you have to fetch the current record ID. In the URL, we have an ID, right? Every
ఆ!
మహేష్ బ్రో, సార్ ప్రాబ్లమా నెట్ మన ప్రాబ్లమా?
నువ్వు మాట్లాడేది వినిపిస్తుంది నాకు. సార్ మాట్లాడేది వినపడట్లా.
సార్ ఆడ మాట్లాడుతున్నాడు, మాట్లాడలే. ఓ
there is some problem, internet problem in between. It will disconnect, okay, and sometimes it will disconnect in between. Okay, now coming it here, we are trying to fetching the current record. Okay, how to fetch the current record ID is nothing but go to the Google. Okay, go to
సార్ అగైన్ నెట్ ఇష్యూస్ సార్, వీ కాంట్ హియర్ యువర్ వాయిస్.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay. Guru, are you able to hear me, Guru?
రమేష్ నా వస్తుంది.
Yeah, okay, fine. Thanks. So here the first one is we have to fetch the current record ID, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Guru. Okay. How to fetch the current record ID is nothing but how to fetch the current record ID is nothing but this is a current record ID. Okay. This is the syntax. Apex pages dot current page dot get parameters dot get of ID means the system automatically give this record ID. So the system automatically give this record ID. Okay. This record ID, what we have to do? I'm storing into one variable. What is that variable name is nothing but anything. So some meaningful name. Whenever we are entered and writing a program, we have to provide some meaningful names. Current record ID, right? Current record ID. So we declare this variable. Okay. We declare this variable. Whenever we will declare a variable, we have to specify the data type. So as a result of this one, it will fetch the current record ID. It will fetch the current record ID. So we got the current record ID, right? What is the next step? Based on the current record ID, we have to fetch the data from the current record. We have to fetch the data from the current record. First here we are trying to fetching the current record ID. Fetch current record ID. Okay. Based on the current record ID, based on the current record ID, we have to fetch current record information. How to fetch a record information? Generally in the Salesforce, I want to fetch one account record information. I want to fetch one contact record information. We want to get one opportunity record information. How to get me? The only option is Salesforce object query language, right? So select ID from that particular record, which field we want. ID, name, type, see, based on our requirement. Then here, which field we want? We want account name, right? Account name here, you have to observe this is a lookup field, right? Whether it is a lookup field or master detail relationship. So backend always it will give the ID of that particular record. ID of this particular record, whether it is a lookup field or master detail relationship, finally we will take it as a ID. The data type is nothing but ID. So here account name is a lookup field, right? What is the API for the account name? You have to go to the object level, and that is a standard field. For standard field, and that is a lookup field. So at the end we have to add ID. Then from opportunity, then what it will give? With this SOQL query, we are writing this SOQL query. What it will give? Go to query editor. Here we have query editor, right? We have to execute this one. Click on this execute. See what it is giving? It is giving 168 records, right? 168 records. I don't want 168 records. Then what we want? Current record we want, right? What is the reference for the current record? Current record is nothing but this is ID, right? This is ID. So that's why here you have to comment here where ID is equals to colon this current record ID. Current record ID means we are trying to fetching the current record ID. From the current record ID, we are trying to fetching these fields. As a result, what we will get? As a result, we will get opportunity record or list of opportunity record. We are getting only one opportunity record, right? Because of with this particular ID, we have only one record in the system. We will go to here and we will make it as a list of opportunity. No issue. There is no issue. But anyone is looking into our code, he will ask, boss, here you are using ID, right? Then why you are using list of opportunity? With this ID, we have only one record, right? So the best way is we have to write only one opportunity record here. That's why I'm using opportunity. So if we are guaranteed, if the output is only one record, Then that object type here we have to use instead of list type. Now coming in here, we got this opportunity, we got this opportunity name, we got account name, we got type, we got, right? What is my next step? My next step is fetch all the contacts, right? How to fetch all the contacts? So how to fetch all the contacts is nothing but select from the contacts which field we want, id we want, last name field is also there, last name is there, from or last name some fields are there, whatever the fields we want. From contact, see here, from contact, what is the output for this one? We will just go and execute this SQL query. So go to your query editor and you will just go and execute this one. What it will give? 275 contact records are there in the system. 275 contact records are there in the system. It will give those 275 contact records, right? 275 contact records here it will give, right? But I don't want all those contact records, right? What we want? We want here one account is there. For this account is there. Where we are getting this account? We are getting this account from here, right? Go to here, we are getting this account here, right? op record op record dot op record dot account id, right? op record dot account id, right? So we have one account is there. So where we are getting that account? In this SQL query. Suppose we want to get this particular field, op record dot account id here colon. Yes, from contact, which one here we have to use? Where id we have to use it or account id we have to use it? Account id, because of this is only the relationship field, right? This is only the relationship field, right? Okay, this is only the relationship field. Some people they will use like id and they will think, oh, I'm not getting contact record, I'm not getting contact record. Here this is not id, right? This is account id, right? But id means what? This is a contact id and this is account id. So here we have to use account id. So for this account, for this is a lookup field, this is a lookup field. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, go to here, this is an opportunity. First we have to understand the relationship. Here. Okay. See, this is an opportunity, right? This is an opportunity. This is opportunity. And this is an account. This is an account. And this is a contact. This is a contact. Okay. This is a contact. Sorry. This is an account, right? This is an account. Okay. This is an account. This is opportunity, right? This is opportunity. So this is a lookup field is there. That is nothing but account name. Here contact is also there. From contact also there is a lookup. From contact is also there is a lookup. That is nothing but account name only. Account name. So here whenever we are using this where condition, here we have to use this AP name, here we have to use this AP name, here we have to use. We have to use this AP name. So suppose you will get confused, again go to Excel. Okay, this relationship is very important wherever we are using these filters, right? This filters is very important. Okay, this filters is very important. So this is my account. Okay, coming into here, this is my account to table. This is my account to table. Okay, go to here, this is my account to table. Okay, account to table means account object, right? Name, some other fields are there. Okay, some other fields are there. Now coming in here, this is my opportunity object. This is my opportunity object. From opportunity we have a lot of fields are there. Name is there, type is there, type is there. And this is a, from this opportunity we are making a relationship that is nothing but with the account. That relationship field is nothing but account name. That relationship field is nothing but account name. Here the backend, the API is nothing but account ID. Okay, now coming into here, here we have contact object. Contact object also we are maintaining a relationship with the account object. Name is there, first name is there, last name is there, last name there, and here it is also a lookup field, account. Okay, account name. The backend, the API is nothing but account ID. Account ID. Here we are trying to fetching. See, here we are trying to fetching the name, type, account, all these details we are trying to fetching. Now I want to get the context. Which context we want? For this account ID is there, right? For this account ID. Okay, this account ID, which contacts are there? Those contacts only we want to get. Those contacts only we want to get. So that's why here in the filter clause we are using account ID. Got it? Or any questions? This relationship field is very important. So we want to get to the contacts. Which contacts we want? Here we have one account is there. For that account contacts. So here we have to go to here. In contact also one field is there, account. Yes, where account ID equals to. Where account ID is equals to. It's clear, or any questions? Where, suppose some people what they will do, where they will do id, where id equals to, then what does that mean? Id means it is a contact id, but here this is an account id. It is not matching, right? So here we have to use account id. Here we have to use account id. Any questions? Any questions? This is a lookup field. From this is a contact object. From the contact object we are maintaining a relationship with the account. The Salesforce system is maintaining that. The Salesforce system is maintaining a relationship field. Okay, now coming it here from the opportunity also, the Salesforce system is maintaining. So my requirement is we want to get to the contacts. Which contacts? This account is there, right? See here, this is a common field between these two. This is a common field. Okay, so for this account how many contacts are there? Those field, those contact record we want to get. That's why in the filter clause we are using this one. As a result, how many contacts we will get? As a result, how many contacts we will get? Okay, we will get n number of contacts. One contact we will get? No, I am not sure. For this account how many contacts are there, that we are not sure. See here, list of contact, right? List of contacts. List of contacts. Whenever we are trying to declaring a variable, we have to provide a proper names. Suppose any people will see this code, yes, they will easily identify this is a current record id, this is opportunity record, these are the list of contacts. Okay, they will easily identify. So finally we are trying to fetching my contacts. We are trying to fetching my contacts. Okay, now where we will write this code? Where we write this code? This is apex class, right? This is a constructor, right? I will just go and write one more constructor here, public display accounts here. This is my one more constructor, and I will just go and write a method. I will just go and write one method, right? Okay, display or any some method I will just go on to write here. One second. So this is my method. This is my method. So where we will write this piece of code? Where we will write this piece of code? I will copy this code. I will copy this code. I will go to this constructor. I will paste it here. We are writing this code inside this constructor. Control all, you have to select control all. Shift to tab. Shift to tab. It will put in proper format. Coming into the developer console, see here, we want to make our code in a proper format, right? See, like this, our code is like this. Now I want to make align in the proper alignment format, right? Control all, you have to select the complete code. Shift tab. See, it is putting in the proper format, right? It is putting in the proper format. Now coming into here, where I am writing this piece of code. So this is one constructor is there, this is one constructor is there, this is one method is there. We are writing this code inside this constructor. This argument constructor only we are writing. Coming into our visual force page, this is my visual force page. So this, from this visual force, I mean from where this visual force page is calling? From button only, right? Go to here. One second. Go to here. This is my button, right? Whenever we will click on this particular button, whenever we will click on this particular button, okay, then what system it will do? This button is developed by using this visual force page, right? In this visual force page, what we are doing? We are trying to calling this apex class. Okay, this apex class internally what it is doing, it is having this constructor, this constructor, this constructor. The system what it will do is first it will search for this constructor, whatever the apex pages dot standard controller is there, right? The system it will search for this constructor. So our requirement is whenever user click on this particular button, we want to display all the context, right? Whenever we want to click on this particular button, then we want to show all the context. Here you have to observe, this is an existing button. Click on this one. Whenever we will click on this particular button, click on this button, We have to show the data like this, right? We have to show that data like this, right? So whenever we will click on this particular button, what system it will do? System, it will call my visual force page, right? From the visual force page, what it will call? It will call this apex class, right? From this apex class, what it will call? It will call this constructor. So that's why we are writing the logic inside the constructor. Previously, whenever we develop this button, click on this button. We want any business logic we want to perform, or we want only this screen. So here you have to observe. Previously, entity search tab we developed. Whenever we developed this tab, where we implemented the logic, we did not implemented our logic inside the constructor. We implemented our logics here. You will just go and enter here, click on the search. Then we implemented our logic. Then we implemented our logic inside method. So whenever we will click on this particular tab, first the system, it will call visual force page. From the visual force page, it will call the constructor. In the constructor, we are not performing any business logic. Here we don't require. We don't require. But here you have to observe. Here you have to observe coming in here. What my client is expecting. Whenever you will click on this particular button, then immediately I want to show some records. The context is, the account is there, right? For that account, we have to context. Those contexts we want to display. So then where we will write our logic? We'll write our logic inside method or inside constructor. So we have to write our logic inside method because of, sorry, inside constructor, because of whenever we will click on this particular button here, whenever we will click on this particular button, it will call the visual force page. From the visual force page, it will search the apex class is there. Yes, apex class is there. In the apex class, it will search. So any constructor is there. Yes, in the constructor some logic is there. I will execute that logic and I will display the output here. Our requirement is whenever we will click on this particular button, we want to show some records to the user. Okay, we want to show some records to the user. Whenever we will click on this particular button, then immediately we want to show some records to the user. Not click on the command buttons. Here you have to observe. Whenever we will click on this tab, we are trying to displaying the UI. User, he will go to here and click on the search button. Then we are writing our business logic inside method. Here we are not writing our logic inside constructor because of my client is not expecting anything. Whenever you will click on this button, first you have to display the visual force page. That is my client is expecting. But here what my client is expecting, coming in here, what my client is expecting, whenever you will click on this particular button, immediately I want to show this accounts contact record. So whenever you will click on this button, it will call visual force page. From the visual force page, it will call the apex class. In the apex class, one constructor is there. That is a standard constructor. That constructor it will execute. Now we understand, right? So why, when we will write a logic inside the constructor, when we will write a logic inside method? Okay. Ajay, any questions, Ajay? Now you understand, right, Ajay?
Yeah, Ramesh. So if the output is, if we need the output immediately on a button click, then we do it in a constructor.
Yes. So whenever we will click on the button, then immediately we want to show the output. So immediately we want to show the output. So whenever we will click on the button, immediately from our class, which one it will call? So constructor it will call. Method when it will call. Whenever we will click on the command button, like save, cancel, update, such, whenever we will click on the command button, then this logic it will execute. Method logic it will execute. Whenever we will click on the detail page button, immediately we want to show some business, some logic to the user, some information to the user. So that data we have to fetch from the backend. That data we have to fetch from the object. That data we have to fetch from the object. Then we will just go and write our logic inside constructor. Finally, whenever we will click on the button, immediately we want to show. So immediately we want to show. Then we will just go and implement our logic inside constructor.
Okay.
So now we got the context, right? We got the context. Now I want to display this context to the user. How to display the context? This is a local variable or instance variable. This is a local variable or instance variable. See here, We declare this variable inside this construct, inside this blocks, right? This is nothing but local variable. Local variable, the visibility of the local variable is what? The visibility of the local variable inside that block only. Local variables, I will tell boss, I will available only inside this bracket. Suppose you want to access me, then you have to make it as a static variable or instance variable. Suppose you want to access me outside of this visual for space or outside of this block, then you have to make me as instance variable or static variable. So here we are trying to getting the context, right? Those contexts we want to display in the visual for space, right? So this is a local variable, right? Local variables visibility is within this bracket, right? So what we will do is I will just go and make it as a public public list of contacts here. List of contacts, okay, and getters, setters. List of contacts, getters and setters. See, we are declaring at the top of the class, we are trying to declaring this is nothing but instance variable. The visibility of this particular variable is we can access anywhere, not only in this class, anywhere we can access. And here we are using getters and setters, means we are taking the data from VA page and we are passing the data from the Apex class. So now in the list of contacts, I have contact records. Those contact record we have to display to the user. How to display to the user? In the table format. In the table format means how many tags are there? Page block, page block table is there, data table is there, right? Page block table is there here. Apex page block table here. Page block table is there, right? Page block table. Whenever we are writing a page block table, what the system it is saying? Boss, you have to write a page block here. Apex page blocks here. Apex page block. 1 second. We have to write a page block. Apex page block, page block, page block. See, and see, we are writing page block table here. Why we are writing a page block table? We want to display the data to the user. Then why? So to display the data to the user in the table format. In the table format, I want to display to the user means how many tags are there? Page block table is there, data table is there. Page block table standard Salesforce format. Standard Salesforce format. And it should be on the immediate parent for the page block table is nothing but page block only. Page block only. Page block. Your title is a contacts, contact record, contact records, information. Okay, this is my title. Okay, this is my page block table. Then which one we want to display? Here some list of contacts, right? Take those list of contacts. Here you have to put like value is equals to those list of contacts, and the next one is variable is equals to v. Okay, variable is equals to v. List of contacts, like this we have to put it. Okay, like this we have to put. Variable is nothing but like this one. Okay, variable is nothing but like this. So any questions on this one? Page block table, we have some contact records are there. Block table, why we are using page? Now I want to display those contacts. So how to display in this table format? In the table format means which tags we will use? Page block table tag we will use, and the data table tag we will use. Page block table means whenever we are writing a page block table, Salesforce is saying boss, immediately you have to write a page block. Under page block only you have to write a page block table. Okay, then title is nothing but based on our requirement. Title is one attribute, and here whenever we are writing a page block table, which list we want to display? This list only, right? This list, take that particular list. Value is equals to open curly braces, close curly braces, this exclamation the symbol, and a list of contacts. Then from this list we are trying to taking each and every variable. So then the first one is apex column here, column value is equals to here in the value, which one we have to use? V dot in the query, in the contact query, which field we are using? last name, some other fields, right? Those fields only here we have to use it. Whatever we are using in the SOQL query, here we are trying to display the context only, right? So then in the contact SOQL query, which fields we are using? V dot name, right? Now coming into here, then the next field is what? Apex V dot last name is there, right? Last name. Try to save this one. Try to save this one. Any questions on this one? Any question? Page block table to display the data in the standard table format. Okay, so which data we want to display? Yes, here some list is there, that data we want to display. Then value is equals to this one, value is equals to this one. From that list, take each and every record. Yes, variable we are trying to using. So from this one, apex column value is equal to v dot name, apex column value is equal to v dot last name, v dot last name. So these are the tags, these are the tags. Now I'm trying to saving this one. Now go to here, we will refresh this one, we will refresh. So whenever, now go to this particular detail page button. Whenever we will click on this button, we have to analyze, yes, click on this button. This button is developed based on the visual force page, right? Yes, the system, it will go to this visual force page. System, it will go to this visual force page. In this visual force page, extension is there, means apex class. So it will go to this particular apex class. In this class, constructor is there. Yes, in the constructor they wrote some logic. They are taking the current record id. Based on that, they are taking opportunity record id. Based on that, they are trying to fetching the contact record id. These are the contacts. Then these contact they are trying to displaying. Yes, we will just go and execute this one. Click on this one. See, it is coming, right? Context record is coming, right? Contact record is coming, right? Just observe this one. Now coming into here, display context, display info context is, we have one more detail page button. Just observe this one. What is the output for this one and what is the output? Click on this one. See, what is the output here? What is the output here? Second. One second. Yeah. Here you have to observe, this is the output. Now go to opportunity, click on this one. Whenever we will click on this particular button, display info contacts, our output is like this. Checkbox is coming. See here, this is one complete row, right? Checkbox is coming. This is a checkbox, right? Okay, this is a checkbox. This is contact record information, contact name and the contact phone. This is opportunity record information. Here it is coming, right? Opportunity name and opportunity stage, here it is coming, right? In the second row also, right, one one checkbox, contact record information. There is no phone number here, but here this is a current record, opportunity record information, right? Opportunity record information. But in our case, what we are displaying, we are displaying only is here, we are displaying only, we are displaying only account contact name, right? We are trying to displaying only contact name and last name, right? Contact name and last name. What is the difference between this one and this one? Here you have to observe. We are trying to displaying a contact name here. We are trying to displaying a contact name, but here what we are trying to display? One checkbox is displaying, and in the same row, this is a contact record information is displaying. Opportunity record information is displaying, right? But here you have to observe only contact record information is displaying. My client is also expecting this format. My client is also expecting this format. Boss, you are trying to displaying the contact record. I don't want only the contact record. I want one checkbox along with each contact record, plus whatever the current record is there, right? Current record is opportunity rate. That record information also we want to display. That is my requirement. When you will click on this particular button, you have to display the checkbox for each and every record. You have to display the checkbox plus contact record information plus opportunity record information. We have to display. That is my requirement. So why we have to display? User will go to here, see here, click on this one. User will go to here, select this contact and click on the save button. Then this contact record information, here it will update. Here it will update. That is my requirement. My client is expecting, for example, go to this here, contacts info. Let's see, select this one, update this one. Let's see, account 01, we selected it, account 01. Here primary contact is there, right? In this contact, we are trying to updating that contact field. That is finally our requirement. Here in this button we are not updating. Just observe here, my final requirement is when we will click on this particular button, it will show the checkbox plus contact record, it will show plus opportunity record, it will show. User will select any one of the checkbox, will select any one of the checkbox and select this one and click on this update. This is nothing but this contact record, here we have to update whatever the primary contact field is there, right? That contact record we have to update. What does that mean? For this opportunity, this is a account and this is a contact, this is a primary contact. That is our requirement. For this opportunity, this is an account and this is a primary contact. So we are trying to displaying all the contacts. How many contacts are there for this account? User he will select one of the contact and that contact, here it should update. This primary contact for this opportunity is this person. So for this account is related, this contact is related to this particular account. That is our target. Now requirement is clear, right? Requirement is clear, right? Why we have to display the checkboxes? Suppose I will not display the checkbox, then how user will select? Here it is showing multiple contacts. User how he will select? How we will select? So we have to select the checkbox. Once you select the checkbox and click on the save button or update button, then this contact record we want to display here. Then this contact record we want to display under the primary contact. That is our target. That is our target. So for this opportunity, this is an account. At the same time, this is a primary contact. This is a primary contact. That is our target. Now the next step is how to display this checkbox plus contact record information plus opportunity record information. How to display? In a single row we have to display. That is our target. In a single row we have to display. In a single row we have to display account record information, contact record information. How to display? That is our next target. In a single row, we have to display checkbox, right? Plus which one we want to display? Contact fields, right? Contact field, that's why we will call it as a contact record. In the contact record they are trying to display name, last name, phone number, some other field, whatever the fields they want. Contact record means any field they want. Plus the next one is, my client is also expecting current record information. Current record is opportunity, right? Opportunity record also we want to display. We want to display opportunity record. My client is expecting we will also display some fields from the opportunity record. This is my requirement. So how many contacts are there? For each and every contact, suppose 10 contacts are there. 10 contacts are there. First you have to display the checkbox, then contact first name, phone number, then the current opportunity record name, opportunity stage you want to display. Then for the second contact is there, right? Then select under checkbox, that contact name, phone number, same opportunity name and stage name. Third contact is there, right? Fourth contact, fifth contact, sixth contact. This is one row, right? This is one row. So in a single row we have to display a checkbox plus contact record information plus opportunity record information we have to display. Checkbox plus contact record information plus opportunity record information. So we have to display in a single row. So to achieve these type of requirement, we have wrapper classes are there. Wrapper classes. Why here we are going with the wrapper class? So we want to display the data to the user. While displaying the data to the user, we have to display checkbox plus contact record information plus opportunity record information. This is a checkbox, this is a contact last name, first name. For this contact, this is opportunity. We are trying to display in checkbox plus multiple objects data. Multiple objects data, then we have to display. Then which concept is suitable is nothing but wrapper classes. Wrapper class is nothing but this is also a class only. How to write a class? Public class. My class name is nothing but wrapper class, any name. I will just go and put like ABC also, it doesn't matter. So we will understand clearly what is this wrapper class by the end of this example. We will understand. Okay, this is my class name, but some meaningful name, right? Some meaningful name. I will just go and put like wrapper class. Okay, wrapper class, wrapper class. Okay, or contact wrapper class, any name. We will just go and write one class. Okay, this is my class. This class, why we are writing? To display the checkbox, right? See here, to display the checkbox, right? Checkbox which data type we will use? Checkbox which data type we will use? Boolean, right? The variable name is nothing but anything, anything. Generally they will use it as a is selected, like that. They will use it any name. Generally they will use this is selected. Okay, is selected. They will use the variable name like this, is primary, is selected, like that only. So we are writing one class. Why we are writing one class is nothing but we are writing a wrapper class. Why we are writing a wrapper class is nothing but, so our requirement is we have to display checkbox plus contact record information plus opportunity record information we want to display. Okay, in a single row, so the only concept is nothing but wrapper class is nothing but another class only. Then which one we want to display? We want to display a checkbox, right? For checkbox, what is the data type? Boolean, right? This is a boolean. Then whenever we are declaring this data type, we have to declare a variable, right? This is my variable, and here I will just go and put like a getters and setters. Okay, and here this variable you will just go and use access modifier as a public only. Okay, as a public or global. Okay, those two access modifier. Then the next one is which records we want to display. Name we want to display, or phone number we want to display, or some other field we want to display, right? These fields are related to which object? Which object these fields? Contact objects, right? Contact object, right? So that's why we will just go and use it as a public. What is the contact object? API. Contact only, right? Contact. So the variable name is nothing but anything. Contact record, get us, set us. Okay, set us. So here this is nothing but, one second. We are trying to displaying the data in this format. This is nothing but, checkbox. This is nothing but checkbox. Okay, this is nothing but checkbox. This is nothing but contact record information, and this is nothing but opportunity record information. So that's why public class name boolean is nothing but this is a checkbox for checkbox purpose. These are contact record information, right? Public contact record. Okay, here we are using name and phone, but here you are using contact. Why means in the contact record any field, today they are asking name and phone, tomorrow they want last name, under the type some other fields they want. So finally here we have to take the contact, from which object we want to display the contact object. These fields are from which object? Opportunity name stays from which object? Opportunity object, right? Go to here, public opportunity op record, right? Op record. This is my variable names. Okay, this is my variable names. Here we are trying to declaring a wrapper class. In that wrapper class, first of all, why we are going to the wrapper class is nothing but we have to display the data in this proper format. Our client will give that information. Okay, checkbox, here you have to display contact, here you have to display opportunity record information. Go and write a class. So you have to go to this part, checkbox, boolean variable, contact record fields, right? So that's why I'm using contact. Opportunity record fields, right? That's why we are using opportunity. These are the variable name. Then the next one is, this is a class, right? I will just go and write a constructor here. This is a constructor. This is a constructor. While writing a constructor, what I will do is, while writing a constructor, what I will do is, so I will again declare some other variable, boolean b, boolean B. How many variables are there here? So for each and every variable, I will just go and declare some other variable. Contact C, and the next one is opportunity O. Okay, opportunity O. I will just go and write a constructor here. While writing a constructor, how many variables here we required? We have to display checkbox, contact record fields, opportunity record field, right? In the same way, you will just go and declare the same variable. Boolean variable name is different one, contact variable name is different one, opportunity name is different one, right? So here what I will do is selected is there, right? Is selected is equals to B. Okay, why we are doing like this, I will explain. Contact record is nothing but contact record is equals to C. Okay, and the next one is opportunity record is nothing but B. Upper C, not C. Okay, opportunity record is nothing but C. Go here. Opportunity record is nothing but O. This is my final wrapper class format. This is final my wrapper class format. What is this constructor? Why? What is this assignment? Is nothing but coming into here. See, coming into here, I have one class, public class A. Okay, in this A, I have three variables: integer I, integer j. Assume the two variables. I have one constructor, public A. This is my constructor. Okay, this is my constructor. In this constructor, I will take some other integer K, integer L. Two variables we are taking, right? Two variables we are taking. Now I am assigning same thing, right? I is equals to K. Whatever the value in the K is, we are trying to assigning into E. The next one is whatever the value in the L is, I am trying to assigning into L. Now what we will do is I will just go and create an instance new A. Okay, new A. And the next one is while creating an instance, I will just go and pass 12 45. Then what system it will do? System it will search any class is there. Yes, class is there. In this class constructor is there. Yes, constructor is there. So it will assign the system. It will assign for K 12. It will assign. Okay, 12 it will assign, right? And for here L 45 it will assign, right? 45 it will assign. This 12 again the system it will assign to the I. So finally in the I, how much? What is the data? 12, right? Finally in the J, what is the data? 45, right? 45. For example, I am trying to creating one more instance here, new A. Now I am trying to assigning 67 34. So now what is the, how it will execute? It will verify for this constructor. In this constructor, yes, for K it will assign 67, and for L it will assign 34. Once it will assign, then what is the next step? The system what it will do? K again what it will do, boss? I will assign to I. L what it will do, boss? I will assign to J. Whatever there in me, I will also assign to J. Now in the J, what is the data? 34. Now in the I, what is the data? 67, right? Any questions on this one? Here I am also following the same format, right? This is my wrapper class. Suppose anyone will calling this wrapper class, that time they should pass the data like this. Once they will pass the data, again what I will do? I will assign into this variables. I will assign into this variable. So I will assign into these variables. The same thing here we are doing, right? So I'm just declaring two variables. Anyone is calling me, then you have to pass some data. Yes, once I will take that data, then I will assign into I and I will assign into J. The same thing, right? It also, anyone wants to call this wrapper class, yes, you can call me, you can use me. While using you have to pass the data in this format only. Yes, once you pass the data, then what I will do? I will assign to my friends. I will assign to my friends to here. So I will, some other variables are there, some other persons are there in my program. In my program, some other persons are there. Whatever you are giving to me, I will also give to them. I will also give to them. Why you have to give? Because of I will declare this variable as a static, sorry, public. So instance variable, I will use anywhere. They will use these values anywhere. They will use these values anywhere here. Okay, they will use these values anywhere. Now we understand, right? Anyone is calling me, you have to pass something. Yes, I will take those things, then I will assign to my friends. So those friends are here ij. So they are giving those values to I and j. Why they have to give? Because of these I and j, they will use this data anyway. Wherever they want, they can use. But I don't have rights to use. You will ask, boss, you will only use. Why again you are giving to I and j? You will only use. I am giving the data to you. See here, what exactly happening here is, see, you are calling this one. While calling, you are passing some 45 or some 55 values. Okay, you are passing 45 and 55 some values. You are passing these values. Okay, whenever we are passing ICL, it is K and L it will receive. Once K and L receive, then what these two is doing K and L. Again they are assigning to I and J. Why they are assigning? Because of this visibility is only within this particular method. The visibility is only within this particular method. That's why whatever you are giving, I am taking. I will take and I will give to some other friends. Some they will use wherever they want, they will use it. So why you will ask, boss, you will only use. Why again you are giving to your friends? Because of I don't have rights. My rights is I have to take the data only, and I have to take the data and I have to use the data within this bracket, because I'm a local to this one. I don't have rights. I don't have rights. So we have to pass this data to instance variable. These two persons they will use anywhere wherever they want. The same concept right here. The same concept. Anyone wants to call this one. Okay. Anyone wants to call this one. First you have to pass the data. In this format only you have to pass the data. Yes, Boolean variable, contact record, opportunity record, you have to pass the data. Once I will take the data, then I will assign to my friends. Here some same data type is there, same data type, but variable names are different. I will assign to my friends. These friends they will use wherever they want, they will use it. Wherever they want, they will use it. So now how to pass the data, that is different case. This the syntax is fine, right? This is syntax is fine. Any questions? Any questions? This concept is fine, right? So why we have to assign? Okay, now what I will do is I will copy this code. Okay? I will copy this code. No, see here, this is a class, right? This is a class. Already we have one main class is there. Inside class only I will write. See here, inside this class only I am writing here. This is nothing but wrapper class. The wrapper class is nothing but the class which is declared inside another class. What is the purpose of wrapper class? To display the data in this format. To display the data in this format. Now we are clear, right? Any questions on this one? Any questions? So concept is fine, right? Concept is fine. Yeah, this is the concept here. Same thing. Class constructor. It will take the data. Suppose anyone wants to use me. Yes, you have to pass the data integer. Two data you have to pass. One is integer, another one is integer. I will take that data and I will assign to my friends. Why you have to assign? I'm giving to you. But again, why you have to assign to your friends? Because my rights are only in this particular method, in this particular block only. I don't have rights to use these values outside. So that's why I'm assigning to my friends. My friends are public static, public getters and setters. Okay, public getters and setters. Here also the same thing, right? Anyone is calling me, yes, you have to pass the data in this format. I will take the data, then I will assign to my friends. My friends are ready. See here, they are with public and getters and setters. Wherever they want, they will use it. Outside of the class also they will use it. So finally this class I am writing inside this apex class. Inside this apex class, go to here. Inside this opportunity, inside this apex class we are writing. Inside this apex class here, but our main class is there, right? Inside this one we are writing this class. Inside this one we are writing this class. How we will use this class, that is different case. In the next session we will discuss. In the next session we will discuss. See, this is our file. This is our 50% of the code. 50% of the code we completed. 50% of the code we completed. Do you have any questions here? Why we are writing this method? Forget about this one. So constructor, this is a normal constructor only. So this there is no use. This constructor we are using. Remaining each and every line we are clear, right? This is a class. This is a constructor. This constructor, why we are using this parameter means we are using standard controller. In this constructor, which logic we implemented, we are taking the current parameter. That based on the current parameter opportunity record we are getting. Based on the opportunity record, we are fetching the contact record. This contact record I am storing into this particular variable. Next, I am writing one more class here. This is not, this method is closed up to here. This constructor is also closed, this one. This is a separate one. This is a separate ones here. This is a separate one. So here why we are writing three variables. Boolean variable only we are taking contact opportunity means that is based on my client requirement. My client is expecting Boolean, I mean the checkbox contact record information, opportunity record information. I'm writing a constructor, the constructor in this format we are taking. Okay, so here this data I'm trying to assigning into this one. How we will use this wrapper class, that we'll discuss in the next session. The next session we have to go to step by step. That's why in this way we will easily understand. Suppose we will see directly what is this contact wrapper class, we will not understand. It will take some time, 3 or 4 months time it will take to understand. Okay, this is for today's session. In the next session